Okay, what's good guys? Isaac Trader here. I'm going to be making a video today about integrity, and I'm going to be talking about this book called The Slight Edge. Basically the whole premise behind this book is to do things consistently as opposed to, you hear about New Year's resolution is how they go to the gym for the first month of January and they stop. Like the people at the gym just die down after the first month. That's because they don't have the slight edge. And the slight edge is just consistency, doing what you know, what you should be doing consistently, whether you feel like it or not. So I'm just going to read from this book here. It's called The Slight Edge. I just found this fucking diamond in the rough, so I'm just going to read it out for you. So there are many definitions of integrity: honesty, truthfulness, congruence between words and deeds. The aspect of integrity that is most applicable to the slight edge is this: what you do when no one is watching. It's bedtime, end of a long rough day, and you're beat. You head for bed, and there's your book sitting there looking at you. You've made a commitment to read 10 pages a day, but man, you are tired. Don't even know if you can keep your eyes open. What to do? You say to yourself, if I skip the 10 pages just for tonight, it's no big deal. And you know what? You're absolutely right. It's not going to make a huge difference one way or the other. It is no big deal. And in that moment, you find out who you truly are. It's in that moment of decision when nobody else is watching and no one will ever know when your choice is so slight, so subtle, so insignificant. It's at that moment that you find out whether or not you have slight edge integrity. So this part's probably a little bit more relevant to trading. So slight edge integrity is one of the greatest secrets of entrepreneurial success. When you own your own business, there is no one telling you that you need to be at work or shouting in your ear to make sales calls. No one is there to make sure you're on top of your vendors and your books are up to date. This is all up to you now. You have no boss. Actually, that last statement isn't quite accurate. You do have a boss, but that boss is you. Serving as your own boss and doing so successfully, consistently, day in and day out, takes an uncommon degree of slight edge integrity. And frankly, many traders don't have it. They become intoxicated by the freedom of being their own boss and fail to maintain the kind of structure it takes to become successful. Without that integrity in the little everyday things, a new business or a new trader can't keep its head above water for long. So yeah, that section just really fucking hit me hard. Like, it's the truth. When you just hear something or read something that's just got a ring of truth to it, that definitely just rung true to me. So I just want to fucking really emphasize that point. It's what you do when nobody's watching, when nobody's around to supervise you. That's what defines you. It's the decisions you make when you don't have anyone's approval. You're not trying to win anyone's approval. Nobody will fucking know. You're not going to get disapproved of. Nobody will disapprove of you except for yourself. And that is probably the one person whose approval you actually fucking need. Everyone else's approval is irrelevant. To an extent. Like, you don't want to just purposefully piss people off, but because it'll just make your life difficult. But people go out of their way for approval and even further out of their way. Like, people do ridiculous things to avoid disapproval. And, a lot of highly successful people are actually really dysfunctional because they have such a terrifying relationship and view of disapproval. A lot of what they do is to try to get their parents' approval. And, I'm a bit of a victim of this. I've had I've always worried about, particularly my mother and particularly my parents, always tried to win their approval. And, fuck them, fuck their approval. All that matters is your own approval. And if you can look in the mirror every day and approve of yourself, it doesn't matter what the fuck the rest of the world thinks. Just be true to yourself. It doesn't even matter if you're dishonest. Be true to yourself and be dishonest as you like in the world. But, when you are really true to yourself, it's impossible to be dishonest outside in a real way. So yeah, I hope this helps because this is fucking key. In that moment, you find out who you really are. When it's the candle's getting close to your stop, and say you haven't got a stop an automatic stop. It's just a mental stop. You know, and you let it run through the stop. Let your losses run. That's what really determines who you are. That's defines you as a trader. It's what you do, and nobody's there to watch you. Nobody's gonna know except for you, and that's all that fucking matters. If you approve, like this is kind of corny, but just say, I approve of Isaac, and that's all that fucking matters. That's seriously all that matters. As long as you approve of yourself, fuck what everyone else thinks, man. As long as you can go to bed at night and know that you've fucking done the right thing, you've acted according to your own beliefs, and you've been ethical according to what you personally value. That's the most important thing. Just find out what you value, and do the right thing as opposed to what feels good in the moment.